So hello there and welcome to our today's lesson. So today we look at pressure. So pressure is a topic in Form 1 in physics. So if you are joining us for the very first time, register your pressures by clicking the like button. Thank you. So we normally define pressure as force acting normally per unit area. So the word normally should be there. Mathematically, when we talk about pressure, this is what we mean, that pressure is equals to force over area, and force is in Newton and area is in meters squared. So therefore the SI unit of pressure is therefore Newton per square meter, or Newton per square meter. So those are the things, the basic things we need to know about the topic pressure. Then from there we normally talk about pressure in solids, and again we also talk about pressure in liquids. So about pressure in solids, what do we talk about pressure in solids, or what are we talking about? So this is the point we apply this formula, that pressure is given by force over area. So when you're given mass, for example, you have mass, and this can be converted into a force, because the relationship between mass and weight, we know that weight is given by mass times g, and in that case we'll have the weight, which is also equal to the force, and this is the force now we use in the NA formula to apply that and to solve for a problem on pressure. So in case of any question, you can use your comment section there and ask your question. So then we must make sure that we obey the law of using the SI unit. In many cases, you look at maximum pressure and minimum pressure. Have you ever asked yourself about why, when someone is wearing a high-heeled shoe and it is raining or the ground is soft, are they likely to walk comfortably? Of course no, because they are exerting a maximum pressure onto the soft ground, and therefore the shoe would sink. But when you are wearing a flat shoe, which is has a big area, when we talk of minimum pressure, we come here with a big area, and the maximum pressure, small area. The same reason why a needle will be so sharp in you anytime it comes into contact with your skin. So let's look at an example on maximum and minimum pressure, and we talk about a question here. So I have a question here. We have the mass of this box is 100 grams. Determine the maximum pressure. So this box will extend the maximum pressure with the least area. So we'll have least area, and least area will be a combination of two dimensions which will give us least area, and from what you can see is this part. So that area will be 2 by 4 to get 8. So we convert this into meters by dividing by 10,000. We get 0.0008 meters squared. And then to get the pressure or the max pressure, we need to say this is equals to force over area, and the force is so we are going to change these 100 newtons into weight, as weight is given by mg. So weight is equals to 100 divided by 1000 to make it kilogram, then we multiply by the G10. So when you cancel out, you're going to get that weight is actually 1 Newton. So therefore we use the force of 1 Newton, we divide by area of 0.0008 meters squared. If you feed this to the calculator, we're going to get this as 1 divided by 0.008, 3 zeros. You're gonna get this as 1250. 1250 Newton per meter squared. So in this case, this is the maximum pressure. When we talk about minimum pressure, we are going to go for greatest area. So from the dimensions we have here, which are the two dimensions which when we multiply, we are going to get a higher value. Automatically that is 2 and 4, the base. The base gives us a greater area. So this is 2 by 4, which now 8. So 8 divided by 10. No. So yeah, from what we've done, we never used the least pressure here. So this is not the least area. So therefore we are going to change this question to be framed as this is now the part 2. So this is the minimum area or minimum pressure. We use greater area. So this is the minimum pressure. Sorry for the confusion, because we use the greatest area 2 by 4, the base, but we were actually supposed to use so therefore when you are answering this, we are going to answer this as the maximum area, and the maximum area will have to go with the least. The maximum pressure, sorry, will have to go with the least area. So this is now the greater area. So and the least area is none other than 1 by 2, which is going to be 2. So 2 divided by 10,000, and we get this as 0. meters squared. And now get the pressure max, we get the force, which was 1 Newton, we divide by 0.0002, and feeding these onto the calculator, we get 1 divided by 0.002, 3 zeros, as 5,000. Newton per meter squared. Even if you compare the two, you compare these answers and these, this can tell you this is least or minimum pressure or small pressure, while this one is a big pressure or the greatest pressure. And now that's how we are going to answer that part. So thank you for watching. Keep watching my videos, and in case of any question, keep asking. Thank you.